Good evening, everybody, and thank you again for joining us for another workshop. Tonight again, uh, health coach Charlene Gosling is joining us again, and she's going to discuss how to get a better night's sleep. Para los que están aquí en español, Charlene Gosling va a presentar esta noche y nos va a hablar un poquito de cómo puede dormir mejor durante la noche. So ahora se lo paso a Charlene. Charlene, you can go ahead.
Hi, everybody. And now it's getting darker, so that's going to help our brain switch to sleeping a little bit earlier, hopefully. So tonight I want to talk about, first of all, the terrible effects of not sleeping well at night. There's been numerous studies done on Alzheimer's patients and dementia. And every one of those studies have a direct correlation of insomnia with people who have this mental aging of the brain and disease, dementia and Alzheimer's. So that was how pretty much it all started when they started to study how the brain ages and why we're having so many people now having dementia and Alzheimer's disease is rising. It's on the rise. They started to study what's going on with these people. What's the one thing that's in common with everybody? And one of the things that was in common with everybody was that they all suffered from insomnia, a lack of sleep. And this is over time. So the first area that a lack of sleep targets is the brain. The brain is the first area that will deteriorate with not sleeping well. You'll be, when you don't have a good night's sleep, you'll be forgetful, you will be irritable, you'll be more react to experiences and stressful experiences, especially. You will be, so which means you'll have less patience. You will also have impaired brain functions and cognitive skills. When somebody, if you're really sleep deprived and you're rushing to get to work because you woke up late, because you're so tired, you were up all night, you finally went to bed at 4, you got to get up at 6, and you're just rushing and basically running into walls, trying to get ready and into the car. You can't be late. They'll fire you if you're late, and it's a problem. And so now you're on the freeway and everybody's going really slow because everybody's trying to do the same thing as you and get to work, and you're so irritable and you're screaming at everybody because they're not moving fast enough. And that would be one scenario. Another scenario is somebody is so sleep deprived that they are falling asleep on the wheel. And they nod off and they put their brakes on all of a sudden, and you're right behind them because you're in a hurry, so you're tailgating, and then you put the brakes on really fast, but you hit them. You're in car accidents. And so there was so much. The scientists noticed a correlation between accidents when there was a time change, and we're getting ready for a time change where we're going back to, we're getting out of daylight saving times and we're going back to regular time, which means by 5 it's going to be dark, and we're losing an hour of sleep. And the studies that the scientists and the people who study why there's a peak of accidents, more so when there's a time change than other times, they started saying, wonder what that's all about. And they studied that it's because of that 1 hour lack of sleep has such an impact on your brain skills. And so you don't react quickly, you don't break in time, because your brain is still like, I am so tired, I can't really think, I can't believe I have to go to work today. And you're trying to wake yourself up with caffeine, and it's just not working. And so there's a lot more accidents, and there's also a lot more heart attacks, interestingly enough. And lots of studies on why, when we change the time from daylight savings, where we get to daylight savings time, where we lost sleep, and then changing back to the original way where we're dark at 5, they were noticing that there was with that 1 hour lack of sleep, there was a lot more stress. People were tired, and there was a lot more heart attacks because they weren't able to deal with the stress of being so tired. So being sleep deprived is really, really dangerous. Not only for your mind, for your cognitive skills, which is the first area that is affected, but for your heart. For your heart, your breathing when you're tired, when you're tired, you're more shallow breathing in and out through the mouth. When someone's tired, they look like that. They act like, I'm so tired, I can't get enough oxygen. And that's all part of sleep deprivation. So it is extremely dangerous. People who are insomniacs are more apt to be in car accidents. And when you fall asleep on the wheel, you are dead. You're dead asleep. You're not just nodding. You are dead asleep. So the fatalities in a car accident with someone who's sleep deprived is actually greater and higher than people driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Sleep deprivation. So it's extremely debilitating. Not to mention that if this is an issue that you let it go and you don't do anything about, month after month, year after year, year after year after year after year, you are on the freeway lane to dementia and to Alzheimer's. That's just a big red flag right there. We need 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night if we want to have brains that are functioning 100%. We need sleep. The only time you repair your cells from all the doing in the day, all of the organs they're working 24 hours a day, but in daytime, when you're up and you're moving and you're dealing with stress and you're dealing with traffic and you have to use your cognitive skills to problem solve, to drive, to do all the things that you need to do in your day, your body is working like a fine-oiled machine. And it's hoping that that you can allow your body to rest at night to repair, because the body, like everything else, needs repair. And it only repairs in sleep time. It doesn't repair in the daytime. It only repairs in sleep time. So if we're not giving ourselves, our body, a good night's sleep of at least 7 hours, we are putting all of the functions in our body, especially the brain functions, we're putting them in a dangerous place. We're setting them up to fail, to not work properly. And over time, you become, you always hear these people say, but I became a night owl when I was in college, and I just haven't been able to get out of that cycle. I don't go to bed till 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, and that's just the way that my body is. Well, these are the people that are going to go straight to dementia and Alzheimer's and heart disease and all kinds of other stress-related problems, because the body didn't have time to repair. And because we have such a strong, resilient bodies, it takes years for these things to start to manifest. We're seeing now more and more people in their 40s and 50s getting dementia. and Alzheimer's like never before. And this is all directly related to sleep deprivation. So how do we change that? So there has to be some changes, and it takes time to make a change, like every change. Like I'm going to start working out every day. I'm going to walk every day and start exercising every day so I can lower my cholesterol and my high blood pressure. So you have this intention, and then you do it for 1 or 2 days, and then you fall off the wagon. You say, oh, too tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I'm not going to go on my early morning walk. Forget it. And then you drop off the wagon, and then you go right back to the place that you were before, where you're really, really tired and you're not getting enough sleep and you're so tired you can't even work out. So, and ironically enough, one of the recommendations from a brain scientist and sleep deprivation is to exercise every day. Because when you move your body physically every day in enough, not just running to the car and getting out of the car, going to work, and then running back to the car and getting out of the car and going to the store and then running back. That's not the kind of movement we're talking about. When you don't give yourself, when you don't exercise every day and really move your body in big ways and work out your muscles in a way that you're exhausted. You're done with your workout an hour later, and you're like, wow, and you're sweating. When you don't do that every day, you will not probably be able to sleep too easily. It'll take you a while. So number one, exercise. That's the number one tip. Get enough exercise in your day so that you're tired at night to go to sleep and stay asleep. And with the exercise rule, don't exercise right before you go to bed, because that's going to give you more energy. See, this is what people don't understand, that movement and exercise is energizing. It gives you energy. People say, I'm too tired to exercise. But if you exercise, you wouldn't be too tired. You'd actually be able to move more and have more energy, clear energy, not fake energy from caffeine, but clear, real energy that's going to carry you through your day and allow you to sleep at night. So that's the number one. And then not exercising before bed. So if you have to go to work really early, let's say 7 o'clock, and you're done at 4, the best time to exercise is right after that, right when you get off from work. And if you have to pick up the kids, and everybody, we're all going for a 30-minute walk. We're all going to exercise. The kids will be healthier. They'll sleep better. You will be healthier. You'll sleep better. And so you got to find the way, and preferably to do it before dinner. That's probably the best rule of thumb. Once you come to dinner time, another thing, eating too late. Eating too late will disrupt your sleep. So if you're eating at 8 o'clock at night, or even later, 9, 10 o'clock at night, like exercise gives you energy. Food is energy. There's energy in food. So when you eat late at night, you get more energy. And so now you're not tired at all. So here comes the 2 o'clock time in the morning, and you are still wide awake because you finished eating, around 11:30 or so. And then once you're up and you're watching Netflix, or you're looking at the computer, you're going through Facebook, and it's already 1 o'clock in the morning, and you think, I think I'm hungry again. So now you're going to go to the cupboards or the refrigerator and says, I thought we had cookies. Didn't we have any cookies left from yesterday? And you're starting to look for snacks. And now what are you doing? You're putting more energy into your body. You're not going to go to sleep. Your brain is wide awake because the things we usually snack on are sugar. And if you're eating a lot of carbs at night and late at night dinner, like pizza, bread, macaroni and cheese, you're not going to sleep. You're going to be wide awake. And that's what we do. So our lifestyle practices and our nighttime habits have a direct effect on how well you sleep or not. Second thing, so rule number one, exercise every day. Really exercise. Get yourself out of breath. Exercise every day. And do it before dinner. Don't do it after dinner because they'll keep you awake. Number two, don't eat late. Make a cutoff time. We eat no later than 7 p.m. If you're the rule of thumb with dinner and sleeping is eat 3 hours before bed. So if you're needing to go to bed by 10, you need to eat no later than 7. If you're going to bed by 9, you need to eat dinner at 6. Why? Because it takes 3 hours minimum for the stomach to digest the food you ate. So all your energy, the digestion system is full on energy. Your energy powerhouse, your water and power is running high. If you've ever drove by the water and power at Burbank on Magnolia, the steam is coming up. They do steam energy. We get a lot of our electricity from steam. It's really interesting. I worked there for a short period as a yoga teacher for the employees, and I learned a lot about how they make energy at the Burbank Water and Power. So all of that, what looks to be smoke, is actually steam, and it makes electricity. It makes energy. And so the body is in high energy when you eat and after you eat it. And if you're eating a small amount, it'll take 3 hours to 4 hours to digest that food. If you're eating a large dinner, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at once in a big, huge servings and portions, it'll take you 8 hours or longer to digest that dinner. So another rule of thumb with dinner, make it your lightest meal. Eat your biggest meal at lunchtime, breakfast and lunchtime. That's when you need the energy, right? To think, to function, to work, to exercise, to do all those things. You don't need that energy at nighttime. Nighttime should be a very light dinner, and we want to eat at least 3 hours before you eat, and eat less. Light and less. When do you need to eat a lot? Lunchtime. That's when you need the gasoline. That's when you need the energy, is at lunchtime, not at dinner. And so what we've done, we're in the United States, is completely backwards. We skip breakfast, we're running, we're too tired, we don't have time for breakfast. And then we work through lunch, and maybe at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll run in and out of McDonald's or someplace, get something to eat really, really fast. Is this food healthy? Of course not. It's not healthy. It's full of fat, it's full of sugars, and it's full of salt. So now you're even more tired because you're eating all this crappy food, processed food, and fast food, junk food. Now you're really, really, really tired. But you still got work to do, and you then got to pick up the kids, and you got to take them, to pick up the kids from school or from Boys and Girls Club or wherever you have your kids, and then you finally get home, it's already almost 6:30. And you're like, and you're still tired from the hamburger that you ate going through the Jack in the Box or wherever you went to do something really fast. You didn't chew the food, you just swallowed the big old bites, and it's like gulping food down because your body is so deprived of energy and is so hungry. And we always go for foods that are high in fat and sugar when we're that tired to pick us up again. It's like a jolt. You know how they jolt you when you have a heart attack, and they put those paramedics put those things and they jolt you with the electrical prongs. And that's the food we go for when we're skipping meals and we're tired. We go for sugar foods, we go for caffeine, fatty foods, junk food, which makes us more tired. Now we're trying to get the kids to take a shower, to get a bath. It's dinner time. It's chaos. And this is the life that we've put together. So it's no wonder that we're tired all the time. We can't seem to catch up. It's no wonder that we're not only sleep deprived, but we're nutrient deprived. When you're eating healthy foods and you're not skipping meals, especially the breakfast and lunch, you're not going to overeat at night, and you're going to feel better. You're going to have energy all day long. And when it comes nighttime and you feel tired, it's real tired. It's not like I'm going to drop from exhaustion because I haven't slept for 5 years. And I'm not even giving my body the nutrients it needs to be healthy enough to cope with stress. So here we are, malnourished. We have all the stresses of life. We can't cope. We're reacting really bad. We're impatient. We're yelling. We're grouchy. We can't think. We can't remember. I mean, we're a wreck. Our brain's a wreck. Our body's a wreck. The kids are looking at us like, oh no, mommy's tired and mommy's going to yell at us again tonight. Everybody's on pins and needles because you're a wreck. We're so tired. When you prisoners of war and concentration camps and like Guantanamo Bay, they purposely don't let their prisoners go to sleep. They have them stay up for days and weeks to break them down mentally, physically, and emotionally, so they can torture them and they can get whatever information they think they have that they need from sleep deprivation. And so you basically become sort of psychotic when you're sleep deprived, truly. And everybody around you gets to have your psychotic self, your sleepy psychotic self. And nobody understands what's wrong with you, why you're so grumpy all the time, is because you're not sleeping. So with all that said, how do we change? We have to change the nighttime routine from the time from dinner time on. We have to change. So preferably, like I said, work out in the morning early, wake up an hour earlier. Of course, that seems unthinkable right now because we're so tired. What do you mean wake up at 5? I'm barely getting up at 6. You're thinking to yourself, okay? So make sure that when you get out of work that you go for a 30-minute brisk walk, something to really work out the energy of the day, to let go of the work day, and to relieve the stress of the day, so that when you do walk into your house, you are walking in a much better state of mind and a much better emotional state, right? Then you want to make sure that you do not skip breakfasts and lunches. And that may mean that the night before you have to make breakfast in the for the next day, and your lunches, pack a lunch. So if you make for example, you have the cereal out there and the bowls, and then there's milk, whatever it is that you have everything set up. So when you guys get up in the morning, it's ready to go. Or maybe you're going to make a toast with a fried egg in it, or maybe you're going to make some of the things, bagel and cream cheese, or maybe you're going to make, sometimes I make egg salad. So I have all these eggs. There was a big sale, so I make this big egg salad, and I make egg salad sandwiches, and we have that in the morning. As we're driving to work, we're having something that's healthy and that's substantial, that's going to get our brain working. The carbs, remember, carbs is the sugar, so that the bread and then the eggs are the protein, and our cells are like, okay, we're ready. The gasoline is being put in our body, and we're ready for the day. And when you fuel your body nutritionally, you, from the beginning, you're going to react better. You're going to have more patience. You're going to have better thinking head. You're going to be able to problem solve easier. You're just going to be better all the way around and feel better. Have that good energy. Lunchtime should be your biggest meal. So pack a lunch. If you only have 30 minutes for lunch, or even not at all, pack a lunch. At least you have something that's already there. You can be munching on it when you get hungry in the middle at lunchtime or early afternoon. And again, making sure that you exercise. So a 30-minute walk right after work is so excellent before you even get home. If you decide to go home and then do it later, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, it's just not going to happen. Pick up the kids, everybody, we're going to go for a walk for 30 minutes, and then we're going to go home. And then everybody to shower as we start preparing for a dinner. And so that what you do, how you set yourself up for when you get home in your nighttime routine is going to be how you sleep. Okay, it's going to matter. Now, so after dinner is done. Everybody's, if you have a family, the family's all, what I do is I would have all the kids take showers and get that done while I'm making a dinner for everybody. Then everybody comes to the dinner table and at least that's already done. So after dinner, everybody gets to just relax for a little bit before they have to go to bed. Instead of, okay, now everybody take the shower and the brush your teeth and all right, and then while you guys do that, I'm gonna put a load of laundry, but I'm gonna wait for the laundry because then that means the hot water and the shower is gonna go down. So, yeah, and we do this craziness, this crazy high energy schedule at night. And from dinner time on, it's time to wind down, calm down, quiet the space. Actually sit at a table with your kids and your wife and your husband and ask them, how was your day today? How was your day today? And actually have a conversation instead of eating in front of the television. That's so, so important. That's probably our only time to connect with each other, even if it's for 30 minutes, to say, how was your day today? Tell me. What was the good? Give me the high note. Give me the low note. What was the good thing that happened today? What was the bad thing that happened today? And let your kids talk to you and listen to them. And ask your wife and ask your husband. And then eat together, looking at each other. No phones, no iPads, no TV in the background. After dinner, if you are then everybody after dinner gets to chill out. The kids will probably want to go on their computers or their phones, or maybe you all watch a movie together, you know, whatever it is that you do after dinner. But it should be relaxing. It shouldn't be a mad dash rush. You get home, mad dash rush, all the way to bedtime. It's too stimulating for the brain, and the brain is the one that helps you to sleep, not the body, it's the brain. So if the brain is still wide awake, you're not going to go to sleep. It's going to be very hard for you to fall asleep. So another rule of thumb is make your nighttime ritual relaxing. Eat dinner early, not later. You know, have everybody shower, the kids, and be ready before dinner. Then eat something light and talk to each other. When you're talking to each other and you're eating at a dinner table, you eat less. You're not shoving spoonfuls and forkfuls while you're watching TV. You don't even know what you're eating. There's no connection to your food. And that is an issue right in itself. You'll have major digestive issues all night long, which will keep you up. Make the nighttime from dinner on a nice family time, a time of relaxation, a time where you can enjoy each other and just take it 10 notches down and calm down and take some deep breaths and just let yourself unwind and let go of the day. That's why that 30-minute walk before you get in the door and before dinner is so important, because that alone helps you to decompress and wind down. That alone. And then the rest of the night after dinner, putting things away, and then the kids may have some homework, or maybe they want to watch something on their computer or their thing. Everybody sort of like, phew, goes their own ways. So at least you had that 30-40 minutes of dinner time at the table together, and then everybody goes their own ways again. And then 1 hour before bedtime, you want to, and this is the hardest for everybody. This is the hardest one for everybody. 1 hour before bed, turn off all devices. And that includes phones, computers, TVs, everything. 1 hour before bed. Why? Because all the devices, the TV, the drama of the movie, the Facebook, surfing through Facebook, posting, Twitter, whatever, Instagram, whatever you do on your devices keeps the brain running. The brain is running. The brain is alive and it's problem solving. And it'll go, oh my God, I can't believe that the husband killed the wife. I can't believe it, as we're watching this movie. And it's like the brain is so alive, is so awake. There's no way you're going to fall asleep easily at 10 o'clock if you have to get up at 6, for example. No way. 1 hour before bedtime, turning everything off. And that would be the time to get ready for bed. Everybody brush your teeth. For a lot of people, we're so wound up, and we go all the way to midnight or all the way to 11, and we're so tired we don't even brush our teeth before we get into bed. We're just like, oh, I'll do it in the morning. It's too tired. And we've created this routine, and this routine over time, year after year, is going to really play havoc on your cognitive skills. It's going to make you susceptible to dementia and Alzheimer's, and it's going to put you at risk for car accidents and just losing it. Mental bipolarness, anxiety, depression, all of these things are side effects of insomnia. Kids, especially kids who don't get enough sleep, they are ADD. We have ADD adults, and it's all a lack of sleep. It's all a lack of sleep. We have kids that are in their 10, 11, 12-year-olds that are already having hallucinations, and by the time they're in their teens, they're bipolar. Lack of nutrition, lack of sleep. And that's where we are in our society right now. And that's how it is. If we don't make changes now, we're going to be subject to all kinds of medications and illnesses, and you can't recover from dementia and Alzheimer's. There's no pill to help you there. And we're getting people with dementia in their 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Not to mention all the mental illness that's in our children and our teens and young adults, more than ever. When we don't sleep, our brain doesn't repair, it ages. When we don't sleep, all of our organs, especially our heart, ages. We age at an accelerated rate. So you may be 40 on the outside and 70 on the inside, just from lack of sleep. How important is that then? To change our nighttime routine to actually be a time for relaxation, to de-stress, to be home, to create a nice, peaceful, wonderful environment for ourselves and our children and our partners and spouses. And if you live with your parents and your grandparents, for everybody to be able to get to sleep. And the last thing I want to touch on and talk about is the environment in your area of sleep. If there's lights on, night lights, the clocks with the big red numbers flashing right in front of you, you're not going to sleep. Anything that is light, even though your eyelids are closed, that light ray goes through your skin of the eyelids and your brain goes, oh, is it time to wake up? How many of you wake up all during the night and look at the clock, those big red numbers? Oh, shoot, it's only midnight. Okay, back to sleep. Oh, it's only 2:15. Oh my gosh, it's 4:45. Okay. Take the thing away from your nightstand. Let it be not facing you. If you have an alarm, you don't need to see the numbers all night long to see if it's time to wake up. You'll hear the alarm in the morning. You'll hear the alarm from the other room. You don't need to have that. So any kind of those kind of things in your bedroom or the area that you sleep in should be turned off. Little night lights all along the take them off. Any light that your retina perceives, it will wake you up. What makes us fall asleep is melatonin. Melatonin only secretes to tell your brain it's time to sleep when it's dark. So if there's a lot of light coming into your window from the outside street lights, you've got to get one of those blinds from Lowe's that you just put up. It's easy and pull down so you don't get the light from the street coming into your window. So that's another real important thing, is to make everything really dark so that you can sleep well. Now, some people may be sleeping with a bunch of, you may have one bedroom, and then you have some people sleeping on the couch, and then you have some sleeping on the floor, and you have, when I have the grandkids, we're all sleeping like we camp out. And if one of them is afraid of the dark, then there's a little nightlight for that person, for that child who needs that comfort of that little teeny nightlight on the floor there. Okay, so then I put my nighttime eye shades on. I think they even have them at 99-cent store. You can get these eye covers that you put on, and you block all the light out and you sleep soundly. And I can tell you, do an experiment. Get some of those, get one of those eye pillows, they're called. Put it on you. You will have a way better, a different nighttime experience just by blocking out the light. So those are the tips to start working on, because it's going to be a process, right? Like everything. When we want to start eating better, it's a process. Okay, this week I'm going to let go of the fried food. Next week I'll maybe let go of the fast food. Next week I'll let go of so much cheese, and then the exercise. I'm going to start out with just walking 20 minutes a day, and I'm going to do it this time. And I'm going to do it for 3 days a week. Next week I'll do it 4 days a week. Next day I'll do 5. And then maybe I'll increase it to 30 minutes. It's a process. Every new habit starts out as slowly, and you build on it until you've created an environment in your nighttime, starting from right before dinner until bedtime, that helps your entire family shut the brain down. It allows your brain to relax and shut down, and the darkness allows the melatonin to increase so that you can fall asleep and stay asleep. That exercise every day is going to help your body to be more tired, so you're going to fall asleep and stay asleep. Eating light meals at dinner is going to help you to go to sleep and stay asleep. You're not going to be up at midnight burping and farting and needing to go pee and everything else because you just ate so much. These things really matter for your nighttime sleep. Slowly pick one thing to change and work on that. Then pick the next thing to change and work on that. so you can get the whole family on board. You're not only going to be doing yourself a service, helping yourself be more patient, more alert, have high natural energy, and be able to feel good in your body every day and be a better person and parent and partner. But you're also going to give that gift to your children. You're going to help them to be better students and to be able to concentrate more and to have less anxiety and less depression and mental illness that's really prevalent in teens today. All of that just from getting a good night's sleep. It matters. I think it's worth it for all of us. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. Are there any questions? Any questions from anybody?
Don't have any questions in the chat right now.
Okay. All right, real good.
Yeah.
So,
Si alguien tiene una pregunta en español, la pueden preguntar también. Okay.
maybe I'll ask a question. What is one of those things that I mentioned, how to recreate a nighttime routine that you feel would just be the hardest? Of those things that I mentioned, we're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can make my family do that. What would be one of the things that you think, how can I change this? Right, not eating late. That's a big one for us because we're on the run so much. Like I said earlier, I don't know, Mary, if you came in, I think you came in a little bit later, but if you don't skip breakfast and you eat a bigger lunch, make your lunch be the bigger meal, and then the snacks be, in the early afternoon, you're not going to be that hungry at night. And so you will naturally eat less. And eating less at night, having your night dinner be the lightest will help you, period, in digestion and to be able to sleep better, even if it's later. Let's say your earliest is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then that needs to be a super light dinner. So you want to set yourself up for success to be able to rest at night by eating your main meals in the daytime, all before 4. From when you wake up to 4, all your big meals. And then the nighttime meal, make it really, really a light meal. And that's going to help you to not be so full when you go to sleep. You won't sleep if you're full. When you're that full and sleeping late, you just won't. So the solution with that is to eat light and set a limit. Say, dinner time is going to be at this time. Let's say you say 7. 7 is dinner time. And then do everything you can in your power to make that time. So you do whatever you have to make changes. Like I said, when you get home, like right now we're having this workshop, right? Have the kids taking their shower. Have everybody taking their shower and doing their homework if they haven't before dinner time. So when 7 o'clock comes, you all sit down for dinner, you're eating dinner, you're talking. I can't tell you how many people I know in large families that feel so lonely. Nobody asks each other anything. Everybody just goes in front of the TV. And everybody is on their phone. Nobody's talking. That alone will help you digest your food.
Préstame tu charger, mami.
Anything else? So I would recommend with that one is set a time. Say we're gonna eat dinner every night at 7, period. And then do whatever you have to
No
do
puedes preguntar nada porque no puedes dormir.
to make that time. Any other questions? And I would say for sure, Don't eat in front of the TV. It's so bad. You overeat. Number
Oh,
one, your food is not being digested because you're not even looking at your food. Digestion begins with your sight, your smell, you're looking, the textures.
I guess
That's a whole other workshop.
Galdi has a question. Galdi, disculpe, I put you on mute by mistake. Hello?
All right, anything else?
I think Galdi has a question. It's just,
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I have a question.
Yes.
I got into the meeting a little bit late.
Yes.
But my question is, my mom, she's 66 years old. And well, she doesn't eat that much when she go to sleep. She's active. She trying to have her mind occupied, but the only thing is that mostly, like, let's say it's 7 days a week and 5 days she's always awake, like in the middle of the night, like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And during the day, she's not even have, the tiredness to go to sleep. And then if she watch TV, for making her to go to sleep, like I watching the news at 11, she goes to sleep, but by the 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, she's awake again.
Right.
And then she tries to go back to sleep by 5 o'clock, she's awake again. So her sleep is not there.
Right.
She takes medication, but only for her for hypertension. And that's pretty much. And
does she have high blood pressure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's under control. But the only thing is that she has leukemia.
Right. So her, so those things alone will affect your sleep. So if there's any disease, any kind of issues that way, they will be disruptive to your sleep for sure. Unfortunately, watching, I know I do it, I've done it too. A lot of people think that if I just watch TV till 11, the news or whatever, I'll get really tired, I'll fall asleep. But your brain doesn't fall asleep. Your brain is still processing what you heard in the news all night.
Right.
And if you're hearing about the latest car crash or the latest car chase and then who got killed, because the news is so negative.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not going to sleep.
Yeah.
You're not going to sleep. You're going to wake up at 3 in the morning, like, and you're like, oh shoot, it was a dream. Okay. You're going to dream what you heard last. So the worst thing to do is to watch the news before you go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, but sometimes, she doesn't watch TV. It's just like, let's say she likes to watch the Family Feud. That is funny.
Yeah, I know.
And then she had dinner.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yes. Stuff like, shows like that.
Yeah.
Making her happy or whatever. But or sometimes she doesn't have even appetite before to go to bed. So she has something light, not sugar, nothing, for making her to be awake. But her sleep is not there.
Right.
It's not there. And that during the day, like I say, she's like, no, she can not even go to sleep, even though if she tries to go to sleep.
Is she on any medications for the leukemia?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. So that could be some of it. Her medications may be causing that to happen. I would absolutely ask her doctor. I would ask her doctor as the daughter, is this medication keeping her up? My mom is just not able to sleep, number one. Number two, how active is she during the day? Is she walking? What is she doing in the day?
Oh my gosh, she doesn't stop. She's active.
She is.
No, yeah. Like today, she was walking from my home because she came, and she was, let's say, I live by Glenox in Grismer, and she walked to Target and Empire Center. That's
Wow,
far.
that
That's
is far.
And that's how she likes to, you know, not, she doesn't like you drive. She doesn't like to take the bus. She prefers to walk.
Wonderful. That's actually,
That's good.
that's
But you
very,
know, at
very
night,
good.
yeah, and then she done it before like that over there where she lives with my sister, but
Mhm.
there is no way that she can hold her sleep. It's
Wow.
and then we already asked the doctor about the medication. The doctor said that as the medicine it will be not affecting her, but I was thinking, you know, maybe other kind of type of therapy or something. I don't know.
Well, one of the things we're going to talk about later on this, the next workshop I'm going to be talking about is the, how to deal with stress of the day with meditation and breath work, which I think would be excellent for her.
Right.
To do meditation before bed. The worst thing that she can do is watch the news before she goes to sleep. It's going to keep her up. It literally haunts you. I mean, it keeps you up. Reading, she's doing a lot of activity, so it's not about a lack of activity for her. I definitely think the medications are affecting her.
No.
Is her bedroom dark? So again, you want to make sure her bedroom is dark.
Oh yes, she's like, you know, that you cannot even walk into the room.
It's so dark. That's very important. Very important.
She likes to have any noise. I encourage her to have some classic music. That's how I sleep. That's how I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Classic music, something light, or any kind of type of sound, or you know.
Yeah, there's
something
a lot of
more things. Yeah, because my daughter, she likes to hear the feather sound.
Oh yeah.
My other daughter likes to hear the cotton sound. This kind of, you know, this kind of weird stuff. But for me,
I know, but it works.
It works for them. Yeah,
it works. Even ocean sounds. Some people put on the rain. You know, people sleep better when it's raining.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. But I suggest a lot of things for her, but she's like, no, she's not like sound stuff here and there. Or I even tell her to smell a candle, some kind of, you know,
and also lavender.
Right. Yeah.
Diffusing, having a diffuser with lavender oil in it. Yeah. At night.
And it is sad because she already tried all that stuff, and I don't know.
I think I think because she's moving a lot, and she's and she eats light at night, and it's dark in the room. I think with her, it's the leukemia and it's the medication that's keeping her up.
That's because it runs on her blood, everything. That's what I was telling her. Maybe the cells, the white cells, blood, you know, the red cells is not there, and when she's already, you know, her body is calm and in there, so that's probably her body needs her to be, you know, moving around. I think that, but thank you so much.
It's so important for her to get sleep.
Yes,
I would ask the doctor if it's okay for her to have something like melatonin.
Melatonin,
you know, melatonin is a natural sleep aid. Well, it's melatonin. The brain makes melatonin when it's dark. So come nighttime, the melatonin starts increasing in the brain, and it's telling your body, it's preparing your brain, and the brain then tells the body, oh, it's time, it's getting time for nighttime.
Right.
And if let's say maybe the leukemia is messing with her brain function in that way, then I would ask, what can we give her to help her sleep better, even if it's 6 hours?
Yes. Yeah.
And stay asleep for 6 hours. So I would ask about melatonin and see what they say.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will let her know. She's well, she's not hearing right now, but she was. Okay. I even suggest that to her to ask the doctor if there is something different, or she can. We just can buy it, you know, at the store. That is easy to find. But
melatonin, you can get it right at anywhere over the counter.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, thank you
And
so
then
much.
chamomile tea, you know, make a routine. It could be, and two, she may just be really worried, you know, that she has
Yeah,
what's going on. And when you're really worried about your health or your family or whatever you're worried about, you're not going to go to sleep.
that's true. Yeah.
You're going to wake
yeah.
up. You're going to wake up like, shit, what's going to happen now? What am I going to do? What if I get worse? What's going to happen?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and that's a
I think
lot
that's
of it.
what it is. Yeah.
That's a lot of it. So even suggesting a support group where you can talk to a group
Mhm.
of people that have the same things going on. You know, there's a lot of support groups that are free, of
Mhm.
like-minded people. So the place that I would go to for that information would be the doctor's office. Say, is there a support group for leukemia patients?
Right. Okay.
And then talking with others, going, I have the same thing. I get up at 3, I get up at 2, I get it. And then just hearing other people going through this, you don't feel alone in this
Lonely.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with
Yes.
her, it may be she needs that kind of support to let her mind rest. Because when she's at rest, her body, her white blood cells will increase.
That's true. Yeah. And she's now, thank God, she's getting better because she was really worse to the point that she was gonna have chemo. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but I thank
Yeah,
God,
because she
it
wasn't
didn't
resting.
happen. Yeah, it
When
didn't
you're
happen because
resting, your thymus works. It starts working, and the thymus is the night owl, right? It works when you're
yes.
sleeping, and that's the white blood cells.
Yeah.
So with her, I'm thinking we're wanting to maybe think about a support system that's going to help her, not to feel sorry for her, but a support system of like-minded people that are going through the same thing, and that everybody can talk to each other, and
And maybe
everybody gives
someone have
ideas. You know, I did this and it really worked for me. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. You know,
That's true.
you hear it differently from someone that's going through the same thing that you're going through than from your family members.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, because this is on her side, she's the only one that I came with that disease, and this is new for us as a,
I
me
know.
as a daughter, and for my siblings, for my brothers and sisters, so for everybody,
For
even
everybody.
for my grandma and everyone, because we didn't expect this.
No.
It came, right on the pandemic, and you
And
get
this is the
worried.
thing,
Yeah.
another thing that's on the rise is leukemia.
Right.
And Alzheimer's, dementia, leukemia, all of these are on the rise. And I really think it's stress related, number one. It's malnourishment. If we haven't been eating nourishing foods all our lives, it finally gets to us.
Oh, okay.
Lifestyle practice. Over stress.
Yeah,
Mind.
she was working, and that she was not doing well when she was working at this place. She was working for a lady,
Yeah.
and she was getting so much stress. We remember that. And
Yeah.
after she quit, that's when she started getting sick. And
I'm
we
telling
noticed,
you.
and we let her know. We told her, you got sick when you were working there, because
Right?
it was too much for her.
It was too much.
It was too much for her,
It
and
was
she
too
never
much.
was like that. Yeah, she was
And then when you
active,
don't
and
sleep, when you
yeah.
don't sleep well, your body is in excessive amount of stress.
Yes.
The central nervous system can't just shut down and calm down for a while, because it's always on. It's on. The brain's on. The body's on. There's no repair.
Yeah. She was there for 3 years, and we suggest her, to not work anymore. But
Yeah.
she was already retired. And but she just wants to do something.
Yeah.
And that was the worst for her to do. But we cannot tell her
for
not to do
her,
it. Yeah.
just with what you just said with that, for her, she needs therapy, a support group, somebody she can
Okay.
talk to about all this, that she can learn how to deal with letting the past go and letting
Yeah.
herself rest.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
think she's holding in too much.
That's what I would do for her.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's what I would do, because that's what I'm feeling about her, is that it's just, she's still wound up, all wound up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Go that way. I bet she'll change, her health will change dramatically when she gets to talk to somebody that's neutral and
No one to probably she thinks we judge her or the things that we said is not what she wants to hear.
of course not. And
Maybe,
we never want to
yeah.
hear it from our family members. Never. I mean,
Yeah.
and they have low cost therapy, the family therapy in Burbank. What's the family, what is it called, Lisa?
The
Family
family
service agency?
Yes, set her
Yes.
up with some appointments there. You know, we all need to talk to somebody that's not our friend or not our family, that can
That's true.
we can just say what we feel, and they can help us to manage our stress differently, so she can mentally rest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
her mind. She can't rest. She's too worried about everything.
yeah. She hold it in too much stuff. I know, we know that
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
And she's not really an open person when you want to talk.
And
She
that's
just-
why she's
yes.
sick. That's
Yeah.
why she has all this going on, because she's not talking. And
Yes.
we need to let it out. Everything you hold in, if you don't talk about the stress and you don't manage it well, you'll get something.
Yeah, you pull in the cup and it's never gonna be empty. And that's what I told her.
Yeah.
She needs to be more open, not to, if she doesn't want to share that much, but at least something for her not to hold it in that much.
Well, that, I think the
Yes.
Burbank therapy is the answer for
Okay.
her, so that she can let it all out, and then she can finally get some rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm happy
Thank you
that
for
I
that share.
when I got
That
it.
was,
Yeah.
that was important for all of us to hear.
Yeah.
Don't go
thank
to
you.
bed with all the stuff in your mind. Don't watch the news before you go to sleep and have nightmares. You've got to just
Yes. Release. Let it go. And tomorrow's
let it
another
go.
day.
Tomorrow's another day. We'll do better tomorrow.
Yes.
We do the best we can every day, and that's all we have to say at night. I did the
That's
best I could
true.
today, and it was good enough. Tomorrow,
Yeah, that's what I
do-
don't watch. I don't like to watch news.
No,
When the COVID came, I was not even know that was going on until
No.
the day of my day, the last day of my work. They said, okay, this is your last day. I was like, what? How? What happened here?
that sounds like me. People call me and say, "Have you heard the news?" I said, "No."
No.
No, I don't
Yeah.
watch the news. They tell me what's going on,
Yeah,
and then they tell me, and I said, "That's why I don't watch the news."
that's true. Yeah, that's me too. Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I'm
Yeah, she
thank
needs
you.
to talk to somebody. That's gonna help her sleep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That was important.
Thank you for your advices. Thank you.
All right, so I guess that concludes tonight's session. So next week, on the 14th, Thursday at 6 p.m. on Zoom, Brian is going to present a workshop on teaching your kids smart money skills. So if
Woo!
you have kids and you want them to start learning how to save their money now, I suggest you hop on and come in and check out the workshop that he's going to present.
Good one.
I'm pretty sure it will be very informative, especially because everybody spends their money, and then how are you going to teach your kids how to save if you're not saving? You need to start implying and implementing those money saving skills now, so that way they're
Yeah.
better equipped when they're grown up.
I wish they'd teach that in school.
I wish they would have done the same in
they
my
do in high school.
Yeah, I would teach them in elementary school. Start from the very beginning. I mean, then we go into calculus. Who uses calculus? Nobody. Let's
Who
teach
knows?
budget.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be next week.
That's
and then
cool.
another thing, on the 16th of October, next Saturday from 9 to 12, this is exclusively for BHC residents. So if you guys have not applied for Housing is Key and you guys are behind on your rent or are behind on your utilities, or you think you're going to be falling behind in the next couple of months, apply now because they're still accepting applications. So we will be there on the 16th, which is next Saturday, here at the Catalina Activity Center. If you guys don't have the address or need the information, you guys can always email me or call me. My number is 818-562-7778. I'll put it in the chat for those right before we leave. I'll repeat it one more time. It's 818-562-7778. So if you guys haven't applied, or if you guys know if your neighbors that are BHC residents as well, if they haven't applied and they're still behind, we are here to help. So please send them over and have them schedule an appointment. All right. So everybody, thank you so much again for your time. You know, everybody's busy and tired. I'm tired too. I'm going to try to practice on my sleep habits.
Yeah.
I know I have a hard time staying asleep. So it was a good one tonight. Thank you so much, Charlene.
Matters.
Yes, it does.
You're welcome. And I'll look forward to talking about meditation and breath work and what we can do to manage our stress in a better way.
Yes.
Thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
everybody. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.